Gentleman in the mix.
I've waited long enough for someone just like you. To come along and make me feel the way you do. There's something about the way you walk into a room. To come along and make me feel the way you do. Make it come to life. Can I make you mine? I wanna get to know you better. I wanna spend the night with you. I wanna feel you closer. Can you say please? You better. I wanna spend the night with you. I wanna feel you closer. Can you say please?
Mama Ivy tipped $690. Here is some jet fuel money, Abuji Mofo.
Sweet mother of God. Mama Ivy coming in with a 690. Well, hold on. Wow, before I can even turn my microphone on. Holy crap. Thank you so much, Mama Ivy, for that. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for the private jet ride into my hometown a few days ago, you know. Couple gin and waters on that jet. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay, so hello traders. How do you even, like, you know, it's so amazing. You can't even, like, me saying I'm grateful and thankful for that just doesn't, it doesn't feel like it's good enough, you know, ever. So thank you so much for almost one-upping yourself as the Penthouse Jesus again. So thank you. Of course I'm blushing. Hey, it was Bombay Sapphire. Maybe. I can't. Well, I had that for the Iron Bowl. Roll Tide, by the way. 4th and 31, by the way. 0.1% chance to win that game, by the way. My year's made. I don't care what happens. I don't care if we lose to Georgia. Winning the Iron Bowl and winning like that. 93,000 people just shut up after they were screaming at the top of their lungs. Unreal. So, sorry. I mean, it's been a few days since I've been live. I never liked taking this much time off. It was just really tough going live back home. And probably not a good idea because, you know, you're there for a reason. Spend time with family, and I never really see them that much. So I took advantage of that, but I'm back, and y'all my other family, so here we are. And Bitcoin's just been drawn down, really, since the holidays began. And now you had fallen below this demand line. That's been violated a couple times now. But, you know, it's not about the breakdown itself. It's the immediate fall through price action. And the immediate fall through was not, oh, we've broken support, it's time to collapse. That hasn't happened yet. And it did not happen the date of the 14th, nor the 20th, 21st, right? It falls below, but immediately back above it. And that's kind of what's happening now. For now, I'll tell you, we're so extended for so long. There is no edge anymore. There's no edge. You're uptrending, we know that, but the uptrend has been going on for, I mean, just this part of it, right? The conceptualized uptrend, the newer one, like, because you had the impulse up and then you've just been going like this. You just never know when it's going to end. You never know when there's going to be a violent pullback to wipe out all the over leveraged longs. You don't know. So there was a better time and it was way lower, right? Through rise and valleys. Okay, discernible, predictable, structural development. We've seen a million times. Oh, okay, yeah, always a better situation, and this after going sideways for 6 months plus. It's always better, you know, trying to long instead of up here where it's just some shark is just auto buying Bitcoin on any dip, only higher lows. You don't know if this is going to crescendo with a 40K Jesus candle or we wipe out to 35K, 34K first and then pivot and eventually see 40K. You just don't know. So not really, like, for the swing trader, it's tough here. Now, you know, that setup is still active and okay. But right here, right now, it's, you know, casino. We're casinoing, and all the altcoins up 50 to 200% on average across the board. So anytime that's the case, well, you know, pull back after hitting an inflection point, take profits of a position trade. You can't be surprised if a pullback happens. It's very hard to strategize risk or manage your risk and strategize fresh entries. Always tough. So let's go to the daily. Good to see y'all again, for real. Keep your head all day. Hey, man, don't. Yeah, they also muffed the punt. You know, mistakes were made, but on both sides. The refereeing, the refs on both sides were terrible too. Good God. So many missed calls and stupid calls. I get it. I mean, in the NFL too, it's really refs and football now are just like, something's happened, man. They're like bad. Worse than I've ever seen it this year. College and pros. So here's your daily. I mean, without the channel, you just see it like this. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're just up here, man. You're just floating on. You can't really strategize here. You're just up against, there's this sell wall at 38K, and you just failed to break it again, third time, and you're pulling back from there, but still you have this nice green I mean, we know like 40K on the daily, 42K, that's the target area, but on the weekly, you got those weekly candle closes that we've already hit it. You know, you did it, man. You went virtually straight up to test it, and you finally did it last week. Last week started yesterday, right? The candle high close from January 2021. The candle high close from June of 2021. That was my reasoning behind plotting this zone here on the weekly, because of those candle closes. All right, yeah. The wicks go higher, I get it, but I'm just paying attention to that. And we've done it. So you have marginal upside potential, right? You get, even if you go to 42K, it's still pretty, it's 20%. I think upside if it did that. It's not 13% upside. So you get it, like, if you're staring at this chart, for the holder, it's incredible because, hey, man, number's going to go up eventually, whether it pulls back 20, 30% and then keeps going, or goes up sooner rather than later. Okay, but again, for the swing trader, it's tough here. It's very tough. There was a time, and it was 6 weeks, and it was moon, and TA respected, and great stuff, and now you're just at this level, and right? It's not like we're looking at Coinbase. Oh my God, dude, we even need to look at Ethereum, anything else, who cares? Ethereum, yeah, like whatever. It fell back below the level. It's trying to recover here. And that heart line's so real, and this area is so real. Flip your coin. Flip your coin, dude. Right? You have Ethereum that appreciated in value in a 6-week period of 36%. Just flip your coin with Bitcoin at this point, because the move has already happened, and now we're consolidating. And even if you understand, like, it's just not a big deal. If Bitcoin had a 30% to 61% retrace, like a drawdown from here, it's not the end of the world. The trend's not in jeopardy. No big deal. But yeah, it's just, you know, there's a time when there's an edge, and there's a time when it's coin flips, and you're kind of coin flipping here on like what the next directional outcome is going to be. Okay, above 2043 for real, which it's not been for real. Like, I'm sorry, when buyers are able to breach a key inflection zone from history, and they just can't keep the price elevated, that's like not real. It's real when there's follow through on the breakout. Just like if you broke down, like BNB, you know, in crypto.com, Crow, Matt Damon coin, they like broke their supports and just stayed there for like a month. And the sellers never came in. So it wasn't really a real breakdown because there was no follow through. And the same thing, you know, you're up here, you broke out, but you're not really broken out. I think you're fine, even if there's a pretty major retrace. I know, and not very helpful, but you know, there was a time when it was helpful, and that was 6 weeks ago. And it's a lot of the altcoins are like that too. XRP is drawn down, and just kind of sideways chopping wherever this pivot actually is real, as long as it's higher than 48 cents, just another higher low. Still well above the 200-day simple moving average. A lot of altcoins aren't. I mean, like, okay, look at this and contrast it with BNB. BNB is below its 200-day simple moving average. BNB just kind of of all of them, this is the last one I care about. I get it. Like, I'm talking, if it breaks, if buyers are able to absorb supply at 256, $300 target, possibly 332, objectively speaking, because that's the next major inflection point. But they couldn't do it. SEC's coming after them now. Like, you know, the news today that they're going to try to prove that CZ and BNB, Binance Exchange, pulled an SBF fraud. They're not done. They're not done at all. So that's not really great for the asset. SEC's not looking at Bitcoin like that, not looking at anything else like that, really. So, but yeah, here you are, just sitting back at this level again. It could be a back test. You know, this was the spring, and you're finally maybe doing some spring back test. Pay attention to the level here. But you know, here you're below the 200. Many assets are above the 200 now. All right, just giving you an update where the price is to its levels, and it's like at it now, man. Hope it holds. For your sake, if you hold it, if you've got it. So, dude, we could do Jonathan. We could look at Jonathan. John, how you doing, man? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? See the Iron Bowl, the Egg Bowl, all the bowls. Pretty good, right, Jonathan? What do you think about the Fed, things like that? Israel, the most controversial things that you could ever dream of. How do you think it's gonna go?
I like turtles.
Exactly. All right, 1.38 trillion, flat as it's been. No movement. Hey, I've been gone 4 or 5 days. Nothing's changed. It looks fine. Just sideways. It's like a rectangle. Like you just got some sort of rectangle here. Like, hey, impulse, consolidation, man. Just it's like that. I mean, it's literally that. Just sideways. Look at that. Even maybe the heart line there just being back tested. Jeez. Okay. Not really crazy, man. Just incredible resilience, and you are elevated, man. Very, very elevated after the breakout. And there's just not too much here. I still think even if there was one level of adversity at 1.485 trillion, you haven't even come close to testing that. So still more upside if you look left. But again, after such a momentous rally in such a short period of time, you can't be that surprised if a pullback occurred any time.
Gentlemen.
But Momo is good, man. The momentum has been pretty solid. Whew. Okay, so I do want to look. Because something that's kind of insane, that doesn't really happen often, is happening. And it's like, okay, we have this, at least this 1 day decoupling, where Coinbase has always been extremely coupled with Bitcoin and the crypto market, but not today. Coin was in its own world, where Bitcoin had a drawdown at its lows, was, it was down 1.5%, maybe a little more. Altcoin's down a little more than that, and then it closed today at 3.66%. After hours is up 0.23%. Highest daily candle close on Coinbase since May 4th of 2022. That's massive. Breakout. We're talking about a 3 rising valleys. The confirmation line, by the book, not my opinion, by the book. Yet it was Friday, the half day, was the confirmed breakout, and today was a little fall through. So the target 150, it's been that. That has been the case. Imagine not owning Coinbase. Remember that ping?
Happy Thanksgiving, Ray. Can you show me Cadena, please? THX smile.
Cadena. Ricky Bobby wants Cadena. It's the redneck version of Cardano. Sure, we'll look at that. Thank you, Ricky Bobby, for the windmills. And the big red. Thank you, man. Yeah, we'll look if you want. But Coinbase, just MicroStrategy pulling back, everything crypto related pulling back with Bitcoin today as usual. But this is not usual. This is unusual price action. And could someone tell me? I mean, it could be a fake out. I mean, tomorrow, big drawdown, you're down 4%, 5%. Fine, got it. We understand that. We don't act like we know where things are going. But you can't argue with today's data that states, hey, breakout, and there's nothing here till a swing low at 150 from March 16th, 2022. So that's an overhead resistance. Forget about it. I mean, overhead's like 205, and those are very reasonable targets on the weekly. And that weekly is where it was. I mean, this is one of the most incredible looking accumulation structures in the entire stock market, at least from the scanning I've done. I mean, just unbelievable. Big boy, big composite operator campaign, accumulation campaign, been ongoing for a long time. It's so weird as Kathy Wood's like selling all her crypto related stuff because they've got their own thing that reading the fine print won't even be 1-to-1. Yeah. So good stuff there. All right. Just wanted to show you that's kind of like the story today if you're in the crypto altcoins. I mean, yeah, mainly everything's down. TRB down 7%. That was a flop. Atom 6% down. OP down 5%. Sand down 4.5%. And it goes on. Everyone's down except maybe Storage and Uniswap today. I don't know why Uniswap's up, but what a king, man. I mean, this is a trade setup. You're deep in the money now, and you're just sitting there waiting for the moonshot. And the moonshot. Moonshot is subjective terminology, where a moonshot for the swing trader would be targets being achieved, right? Like aggressive targets, C and A of the harmonic. You're not there yet. This is a huge level. This is a candle high close back from September 2020. That's where it ran to really before it pulled back. But what pulled back? You know, like so strong. Oh, we got a Jesus Chimes chat. New daily candle. Look on the lates. Not your highest daily candle close of the year or anything. Just standard pullback day. Still making the higher lows. As you can see, the Bitcoin channel, should just have it up. They're trying, man. These buyers, whoever this is, these people that have their bots programmed a certain way to just max bid any pullback, even if it falls below, trying to defend the demand line. It's crazy. Look, I got to extend it out, don't I? Shoot. All right, extend it out some more. Sheesh. All right. I mean, if you could believe it, they defended it. It's been defended with a 4-hour candle close and maybe some sort of 4-hour inverted hammer here. They did it, man. I'm just saying. For now, they've done it. Holy crap. They're ridiculous. They're psycho buyers. The sharks. All right, so you get it. Moves like this. Pullbacks here don't even matter because anywhere the pullback concludes, when the bids come back in, it'll be higher than these two lows, and it'll just be more than before. Accumulation makes sense after such a powerful structural development. All right. It's like that everywhere, man. I mean, not everywhere, but they're just assets that had these beautiful I think IMX was crazy. Yeah, look how so good this one played out. You know, it's like far gone. This would be like Uniswap would be like right here. If we're talking about context. And Uniswap, you know, the target's up. Yeah, you get it. Okay, so just looking at some of these, if a pullback happens here, you really be surprised? Nah, because this one's completely kind of played out. There are other ones. Top of my head, I mean, FIL. You know, like up thrusted through the key level, the $5 psychological resistance support, but also very real horizontally. You are not above it. But this drawdown, who cares how deep it goes? As long as a pivot occurs above these two lows, business as usual, things have turned around already. And you would think eventually 762 and 950, those are the aggressive targets. I'm not here to tell you when, but eventually a YFI and IMX type situation on file. I mean, there really just wasn't like too much that's happened since I've been gone, you know? Look at Bitcoin dominance, you know? It hasn't moved. It's just like, it's still good. Hidden bullish divergence. Look at this. I mean, definitely got to play it, right?
Oh, would you look at that?
And of course, I forgot to play this. Sometimes I just forget.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Just close this fucking door. Close the door.
So, hey, the Bitcoin dominance, it's the new day. Maybe we're starting to show that positive momentum, the implied continuation here. So it's still implied Bitcoin will outperform the altcoins in the short term, midterm here, but not really going yet. So we got that there. I'm looking at Ethereum to Bitcoin. Dude, that's trash. Such trash. I mean, that's some pretty bad correlation, price action correlation to the level, the trading range bottom. It has been up thrusted through and formally back tested as resistance for now. Nothing good about this yet. Remember what we were talking about? Like, this is the inverse of what I would be looking for. What you want to look for if you want to see the chance of Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin in the short term, midterm, is price action that's like this. You don't have that, right? Either that, or it could, if things are really good, you could get something like this, where it doesn't even touch the bottom, it just touches the top like that. But one of these levels needs to be broken and then formally back tested as support, and that's not happening right now. So you just can't sign off on it. You cannot give the blessing to Ethereum to Bitcoin of anything good yet. It's terrible. Bearish convergence. Sorry, I just can't sign off yet. But you know I will if the data presents itself, you know, in a way that would imply sellers failed, buyers are reconfirming an area's validity as support again, and it's confirmed. That isn't, it's none of that's real yet. So we'll wait for that. What's up, PBK, man? Dude, you got a check mark, dude? You a real check mark, or you one of those fake check marks that somehow knew somebody at Google, so you got a check mark and you have 10 subs? I'm not. No, he's got 131k subs. Okay, man. I think you've been here before. All right, man. Educational review channel providing reviews. Educational review channel. Well, hold on, dude. You know your channel says you educational review channel providing reviews. How-tos. You don't. If you're an educational review channel providing, you don't need to provide reviews because you already are an educational review channel on your about, right? Something to think about. I'm not here for that. Thank you so much there for the contribution. We'll look at AI OZ for sure. So Greg Pay. Did these go off yet? There he is. It's the PBK reviews, man. Check out your best reviews of reviews.
I've been requesting coin for months now. Brian Charmstrong has made me unbelievably rich. Bless the bald man for his efforts. Thank you, Mitchie. May Christ bless you this Christmas. Long anything Larry Fink touches.
Sorry.
Can you share your thoughts on AOs?
It's not showing up on my feed, man. Of course it's not. I don't tell you, man. Like, look at this, dude. Oh, these contributions coming in. Look, they're not showing up. They would show up literally right here. They're not. Greg P, and maybe he's a composite man, but it could be other people. Okay. I mean, Greg P, like, coin is a bullish and good meme in the community here, right? I mean, best looking structural development and all of the stock market. Not many charts look like that because they've been going on zombie rallies for the whole year now. And that one was just concluding. I mean, the composite man it looks like he has accumulated his fill. His cuppeth runneth over of shares of coin. And now he's ready for the mania markup phase. It's party time now. Let's get in the news cycles. Let's get on talk radio. It's people talking. That's his job now, the composite man. After he accumulates his shares, he knows all these people. He starts making phone calls, emails, or he has, you know, his minions do it for him. He's too powerful. You know, that's beneath him. He gets his people to do it. He delegates, master delegator, composite man, and he gets the hype going. So 150, 200, yeah. I didn't even think about charts like composite operator, man. I think that's the best way to look at it. You expect nothing, but we're identifying composite operator behavior. Not always. I mean, most of the charts really aren't showing it. But coin was a specimen. Okay, so my plant guy is showing up This freaking winter solstice, man. Like, I don't get any sunlight on the north side. So, like, my trees from the summer and spring and even some of the early autumn, like, they can't exist on my patios now because not enough sunlight. So they're just shedding leaves, and it's like they're not getting the direct sun. Like, so we are having to replace them. I don't want it to get too bad. I feel for these trees. They can go to rehab at the nursery, and just getting just a different plant for that spot facing north. So y'all give me like 1 second. I'm just gonna unlock my door. Hold on. Sorry.
What did it cost me? Nothing. I listened to Mitch Ray. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Thanos. Thank you so much for the Tangia right there. Cost you nothing to destroy half the universe. Wow. I don't think I told you to do that, but all right. Anyway. So, let's go Spider. Just down today. I mean, this is the same type of situation like the stock market's having Bitcoin. Like, insane rally in such a short period of time. This isn't even consolidating, though. I can't really. I mean, this is high risk areas. I don't care. If it can keep going, I don't give a crap. I'm just telling you what in the world. These gaps all unfilled. Like 4 of them, 4 unfilled effing gaps. Really 5 unfilled gaps. And you're just at just slightly. Remember, it's not about the breakout. It broke out, right? But it's not about the breakout. It's about the follow through. How do the market participants, the buyers, catch follow through after such a move like this? It's a good question, because I don't know how. I mean, really, like daily, of course, it could just be wrong. It should gap up tomorrow, dude. Great. Do we have an evening star right here? Is that an evening star reversal on a breakout in the follow through candle today? I would not be surprised. So I'm just like looking at this, and this S&P just, even on the run up, doesn't really, I don't really feel a type of way where I'm looking at Coinbase chart and I'm mouth watering, because it's a pattern I know. It's been researched. Everyone in the world sees it. Classic accumulation structure. Gotcha. This is just a mother of all short squeezes situation here, you know, and a breakout with no follow through, and you just wonder how could it follow through after that. Your concerns are warranted on these index funds. If you're talking about a dragon, the bot, the trader, they took profit. I mean, this is the level. If it keeps going, congratulations. Unfilled gaps. Not really broken out. I mean, it broke one high, but not the others. And it's at an 886. High to low, 88% retrace. Last area to be taking fresh longs. It's super high risk to take fresh longs on index funds at this current time. But all right, number go up. The Nasdaq also at its 886, you know, complex wave structure, the W shape. It's right there. There's no like buyer exhaustion here because the move was so violent and so fast that you can't like say bearish divergence. But my God, all the unfilled gaps, and you're broken out, but no follow through yet at all. Just like it'd be like, hey man, they broke support, but the sell-off has not continued. There's no follow through yet, so you just can't. You can't be cocky here, man. You can't think this is just gonna keep going without some sort of mild or shallow pullback. My God, is there anything? This is the most natural, normal level for a 23% retrace. I'm not saying it's over for the NASDAQ. We're going to zero. We're going to fill all the gaps. I'm saying 23% retrace, reaction.
Yo Mitch. Dollar Jesus coin bro. That's all. That's the message. Look for yourself.
God is great. And,
let's just say God is great. Praying gesture. Heart.
No one's fading the
sparkles.
blessings, but
Don't
again,
fade these blessings.
show me the receipts of all the money going to charity or the church with Jesus coin. Jesus doesn't need Jesus coin. Remember I told you you are airdropped Jesus coin at birth. You don't need some sort of derivative on a crypto blockchain. You don't need it. But yeah, thank you. Preaching the choir here. Anyway, so IWM, I mean, it's flat today. NASDAQ 0.07%. Wow, snooze fest. Down 0.33% on the Russell 2000, still below 200-day moving average. Okay, just the worst performing index fund. Just checking on it. Above 170, 173. I guess you're fine above that. For now. You know where this is going. Wherever the S&P, Dow Jones, and NASDAQ go. And we just discussed kind of the situation there. Very limited upside short term. 886s from local previous highs. Slightly broken out slightly, but with no follow through for days now. Hard to really just be like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's not really great. Not a great spot for the swing trader really at this time. Okay. Profit taking, someone taking profits on that mother of all short squeezes, which I think is what it was. Okay, there are your index funds. Gold was giving me some beeps. We were getting some beeps on the gold. Look at this, dude. Gold, highest daily candle close confirmed since May 10th. And as we discussed, 1963 was the last resistance until the all-time high resistance, and you're trying to get on the way. Right, as you see, straight up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Okay, so very limited price action between 1963 and 2075. That is the reasoning behind saying it's an inflection point because of the price action between those levels. And so 2075 target here, and it would be the fourth time in over 3 years. It'd be tested 3 times in 4 years. So very good to see though. Like these, just think about it. Practically, if we love price action, we love swing lows and swing highs because they represent things, right? More than before, less than before, and it's cool to see that. Like, and this is the way this chart normally is these days. But like you have 1 and 2, so confirmation. These 2 lows are confirmed higher than the low before it, so reaccumulation. So I mean, 2075, I'm not going beyond that, right? If I did, very easy, just shorter term, high to low here, Fibonacci. If it broke all-time highs, we'll be here. We'll do a couple more streams before that happens, I'm sure, even if things got nuts. But if there was a breakout and you wanted to target, you got almost 2200 for the 1272 Fib extension. 1618 is 2350 up there. So you got some Fibonacci targets. Okay. But dang, man, look at the 200-day moving average, back above it and then back tested it. Cautious optimism is certainly how one could feel on gold right now with everything happening. Remember, your fiat purchasing power is collapsing too. It's long overdue if it does break to all-time highs. My God. Silver, holy crap. Someone in our own community. I can't remember who it was. Shout out to y'all. I'm sorry, I see your charts and I'm like, oh my God, this person is so freaking right. Okay, and it's not the daily. It's the weekly, right? Like, holy crap. Or is it the monthly? It might be the monthly, man. The monthly had looked good. It still looks good. Where you have that 2008 candle high close. Price action correlated many years later, multitude of times throughout the years. You fell below it, but the buyers recaptured the level and they reconfirmed its validity as support. and the 200 at the same time, and just another higher low here. So it's almost like 1, 2, 3 consecutive higher lows. So it's not over yet. It's still, what a trend. This is like the altcoins in a way, right? A lot of these altcoins did similar stuff, look like the M shape. And then they look at that. I mean, you can't make that up. It's just there once. And then how was that not an S coin? The boom, the bust, the M shape, the 886 once, then pretty much twice. And now more than before. And this is what I'm talking about, right? With the altcoins, they completed and then they rallied. They had their first big move. And then some traders took profit and then it pulls back. And then what happened? The pullback went 50, 60%. But the pivot happened and it was higher than before. And that's where we are. We're like, on the altcoins, you think it's like we're kind of concluding that initial rally and some sort of pullback happens and, you know, people keep taking profits, but there's still more than before. Okay, that's, I think, kind of where we are. Crypto. Oh, man. Music stopped? What? Okay, I think we're good. You don't know it's a beaver moon tonight? The beaver. Wasn't a beaver moon a couple nights ago. RIP. Oregon State. Could not beat Oregon. Maybe gave Bo Nix his Heisman game. I don't know. It's a coin flip for Heisman. You get it? That's crazy, dude. I would just not ignore the M shape. Continuation M shape. You know, you were already in an uptrend. And then more than before. And then confirm more than before. These two lows higher than this low. And then that rally and pull back higher low. Your highest low, you know, your highest low since things turned around, and you're just in good shape on silver. You just, the thing is, it's such a boomer asset in terms of like, this is the monthly, so this is just, oh, it might just take 3 years to play out, but if you got 3 years, it looks pretty good for upside. Just saying, man, unreal. So you get me, silver, and we go to Uniswap, but it's not the monthly. It's not as significant as silver. But it's the same situation, right? The M shape, the type 2 returned more than before, and a pullback here. Like if it did what silver did, you know, just do this and then pull back and do, you know, 60% retrace, and that's where it pivots, right? You see what I'm saying? All of a sudden it's like 1, 2, 3 lows. What? Yeah, that is so normal. Same time, it could pull a YFI, straight line up. We're not here to like determine how it happens. All we can do is determine the M shape completes. The second low is put in. It's near the inflection point. Bullish divergence. Okay, time to long. Easy to strategize and manage risk. We don't know in what manner it will play out. If it's violent or methodical. Silver or YFI. Hold on. Hey. Okay, that was the Bogdanovs estate. They said that they said that this is gonna hold and it's time. You know, they're like, yes, we have had the channel again. Once again, man. You think it changes now? No, not until the end of the month. Okay, so we just went on a little journey, a little TA journey on silver, the monthly, and then S coins in the daily. Similar situation. I had a couple alerts go off. I just, you know, there it is. Highest daily candle close on Gatos since May 9th. You want to talk about classic accumulation structure? Here it was. It was there. And you've had some good price action. And this, like 578, look at it. It's is that not a key level? It is. It's a key level. And it's broken now. It's a silver minor. So if silver looks like that on the monthly, can you be surprised? Like an uptrend already occurred and then a correction. The correction concluded and then someone out there more than before. And on, of course, on the third low, it's like hidden divergence, really. It's very like promising stuff. What's up, Amelia? Oh, Canada. Dang. They have devalued y'all's purchasing power so much. They're worse than the West, I think.
ETH.
What's up, Anonymous? We will look at ARB. Thank you for the Ethereum contribution. Just that right there, man. It's so pretty. It might fail, but my God. You know, when these things, you know, start rallying off that third low, I mean, that's the time when you say, all right.
Smile.
Okay, yeah, okay, never mind. Sorry, remember, I can't hear these TTSs, because if I do, then for some reason now, after 6 years, it echoes. I never did before. So I'm just saying, like any sort, like an engulfing candle or that gap up rally, you know, around there, that's where, okay, that's where the stop loss is set below that third valley. Heck, could have been below this area too, and you let it ride. And it's just been going. So look, keep your eye on that. I'm having another alert set up. This keeps going. But silver, wow. Silver miner, wow. Gold, dang. Metals, making a comeback. They'd been a snooze fest lately. So Shopify up almost 5%. That it, if you could even believe it, highest daily candle close on Shopify today since March 29th. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna trade the stock market, individual assets, forget the index funds, man. They're so like, whoa. This one's tough though, right? I mean, I think the second target's $78. Nah, is it? Yeah, I think it is.
TPK on LSE please.
So G-Dog.
Lots of data. Crab weekly? Daily 3 rising valleys at the level?
Oh, we'll take a look. Thank you, man. Yeah, Shopify heading, I mean, again, like the whole thing was, okay, if we just looked at Gatto, this isn't exactly the same situation, but the classic accumulation and that third low with the hidden divergence at the ice line, that's the magic. That's the ticket, okay? That's what you're looking for. Those are the dream ones. Those are dreams, okay? Oh, there's chop. It's falling below it, but there's no follow through, right? Just because an asset breaks down doesn't mean crap until the follow through occurs, and there was none. They ended up defending it, and that was when the setup was posted. One of these days, I'm gonna get it through to y'all, you know, if it hasn't resonated yet, you know. Wow. Just hold on. Good Lord. Ah, there it is. All right, so, you know, here it's like pretty simple stuff. The you know, that failure and that second failure. All right, see it right there? First target was hit. This is the crazy thing about it. It's tough, man. I mean, it really is tough because it happened so fast where you got a nice take profit in a very short period of time. But here we are, like 8 months later, no, 7 months later, and we have still not seen the second target of the trade setup, right? So it's like, hello? You know, I mean, it's so crazy that like you almost got back to re-entry after the first target. So I think that's, you know, really interesting how it plays out sometimes. Not for the faint of heart. On the way, dude. So let's, I mean, and you got like, what, Domino's Pizza's up almost 5% today. Look at this thing. I mean, the uptrend, the trend is reversing. It's in the midst of, look, you put in your first higher low. Since this key level from history, so real. Look at it. How the sellers breached it twice. But there, again, you will learn Follow through is everything. And just because you break support a couple times doesn't mean crap. You confirmed a bottom, the wedge breakout, gap filled, and you're just pivoting here. They held, and there's more than before, and you just had your highest daily candle close really since like September, mid-September. Could be headed to 420 next. Again, you know, just looking at some of these before we get into it. I mean, dude, new golden coin. Are you kidding me? This is what I'm talking about. Price action and understand, like when you understand what higher lows represent on significant time scales. Really helpful in your analysis, because this wasn't your conventional type 2 like a lot of those altcoins and silver on the monthly, right? Like there was so much demand on NGD. That's what I think. That's how I'm interpreting it. There was so much demand that the sellers were unable to even go test that 75-cent level. You put in a low, you put in a higher high in the previous high, then you sold off, and it was like the second low. You get a little mini shark there too, I'm sure, but the type 2 is so high. Like it's definitely very weird, but it's not. It's so good that it doesn't meet the textbook standard criteria, Scott Carney's criteria, because it was too much accumulation, too much demand. But yeah, you broke that 134 level, this high back from 2019, and you're on your way. Highest daily candle close really since like mid-May. But this is the stuff dreams, man. This be trading at $2 the next few months and wouldn't be weird at all. The dream. Okay. GPS unstoppable, man. Oh my God. Talk about the M shape. Talk about the type 2. Talk about the level. Look at this. I mean, you can't make it up. It's so real. 2008 Valley. 2002 Valley. And look. The three rising valleys back in 96 to 97, and it was an old all-time high from 1991. You can't make up how important this level was, and the sellers were able to breach that level, but with no follow-through. So the whole message of the sermon today is to beat into your minds. Though we see breakdowns all the time, we see more failed breakdowns, I think, than we do real breakdowns with follow-through. Oh, we got ourselves a new thumbnail. All right, dude. All right. We'll get to it. 37,284 on Bitcoin, up 0.12%. Let's go, dude. Might as well be at $1 billion now. Okay.
IAG on NYSE, please.
There's
momentum shifting.
IAG. That's a gold miner. Or gold's correlated. I know it's a gold correlated asset. Sure, we can look at that. We'll do it. Okay, so maybe we should. I was just looking at a couple top gainers today, you know. All right. We're looking at like DXM. What's something going on? Yeah, it was like the shark completed at the ice line, and it was a type 1 with a bunch of E's. Type 1 return, the most whacked out. Let's go on 618 plus now. But hey, you know, from the low to the high, you'd imagine this might be where pullback happens. It's a resistance. Insane. Yeah, I guess we're starting to compile a few of those, huh? We'll see here. Shoot, I don't have any freaking stream elements. Okay, let's see here. The first one. This is tough, man. I gotta get a pen and paper now because Stream Elements is not logging any of these contributions. Of course it isn't. Unreal. What am I supposed to do? Could someone like help me here? Like, I got the super chats, but not the other ones. The Stream Elements ones, I have no log of that. So please help me out here. I'm gonna do these super chats, but the ones that were not looked at, please help me, okay? Mods. It's probably a one-day thing. They always are. These bugs that never happened in my entire career in 6 years. Yeah, they happen. One day and then they're fine. So Wow, Cadena, man. All right, so on this one, but I already did it, man. It already did this crab, and then just, I guess it reacted, reverse, underperformed like a loser, and now it's like, even there, like, I don't know. I look at ones like the, yeah, supply line was broken, sure, right? Something like that, maybe. Okay, after making your lowest lows of the entire downtrend, 99% retrace from the 2021 lows. Oh, you're above the 200 moving average. I think you're about as coin flippish as everything else. Oh, I get it. I know what you're probably doing. You probably were like, hey, but look, it's this has turned into another M shape. Pretty much. My God, another one. Like kind of a crab, a little weird on B, but 1618 levels. Again, you don't understand this asset. Went up 65% in less than a month. Yeah. Wait for pullback. Like, how do you? Okay, if you're requesting in this and you're like, hey man, I want to go long or something. You just said you want to look at Cadena or Hibabi. It's like, all right. Where do you set your stop loss if you enter here? Remember, up 65% in less than 1 month, going sideways. I don't know if you really can. I mean, you could have a stop loss below 50 cents, but that's a huge loss. Wouldn't you want the price to get as close to a back test of that level as possible? 17% downside before it even gets close to a level where one could strategize an entry and manage the risk appropriately. So if we could see the asset lose 17% of its value, and then we could watch the market participants defend the level, that might be a great area to give it a shot. But right here, it's just flipping coins. You're just flipping coins, man. Get chopped out, and then it draws down 17%, and then that's when it pivots, and that might be a level where we don't know if it would even hold, but we just know, like, if we monitored the price and we witnessed the buyers defend and we saw some sort of engulfing candle, you could take action that way. And I think that's far superior to just longing now randomly with no strategy and no way to really strategize here. Okay, thank you, man. I just, meh. Yeah, but Mog could be like, hey, this is the order. My God, if someone could just give you the order, all of them, y'all would be unbelievable. And I'm talking mods only because someone else would just be trolling, of course. All right, AI, OZ. All right, this is KuCoin, I guess. Well, see, I don't know what you want me to do here, man. I'm really grateful for the contribution always, PBK reviews. But, you know, like, I've been here before, but it's been a very long time. Very, very long time. This was like a dead asset and then a rally, and it's just been going. So 4% already on the new day, maybe. Yeah, I mean, this isn't something that I can help. I can't do anything here, right? We apply traditional technical analysis. I mean, you all know this, beating dead horse. We identify patterns that have been researched and studied at key inflection points so we can manage our risk appropriately and have an equitable reward to risk ratio. That's literally all we really do. So we look at Bitcoin, we'll do market updates, you know, to a degree, and then trade setups. We're looking for them. And this is just certainly like, what do you do here? What would you do here even before the pump? How are you like actually gonna take advantage of this? It's just a scam that's having a pump, man, and it's gonna probably keep pumping, but no one knows and no one cares. I don't know, like 8.9 cents maybe, then 11 cents. A liquid S coin. I don't know what I can do here, man. Like, I appreciate the contribution, always do. Pumped. After making its lowest levels in human history. Thanks again, Greg. Thanks, Lee. Amelia wants Rose. Is that the Rose song? Oh, God. The Rose? Yeah, Rose was wild. Had completed M shape to a degree. The old levels here. What's up, Charizard?
Descending
write down
broad wedge on
Inge.
$1 4 hour.
No, it's a super
Daily?
chat, so it's visible. It's logged. All right, so Rose, yeah, I mean, like weekly, monthly, probably insane. But daily, you could understand that a massive run up after breaking back above that 5 cent level, it's now approached the level that you would think would be the most reasonable level ever to take some profit if you were a trader that longed that at 5 cents. Okay, we're talking about an asset that since mid-October has appreciated in value 108% in 42 days. 6 weeks. So if I can't tell you anything because you can't strategize an entry here. You could strategize a take profit if you'd have doubled your money or close to doubling your money if you went long back above 5 cents. But all I can do is tell you, if buyers were able to breach the 8.4 to 8.8 cent level, the next reasonable target would be 11.6 to 12 cents. And if buyers are unable to breach this level that is currently at testing, then, you know, you've got probably a good target of 5 cents. Price action correlates. Look, I mean, how many times? Almost straight down and up and down. Eventually up and down and up and down. And then up, I mean, down. But yeah, probably like maybe the freaking weekly, monthly, probably stupid looking. Look at the monthly, you can see inverse head and shoulders kind of. 3 day. Looks almost like Wyckoff accumulation. Kind of whacked out here. Yeah, it's all about if there's enough demand to break 8.8 cents, you got a big run up. And then if you broke 12 cents, so that's it. That's where magic fireworks go off, 16 to 25 cents after that. So there's just, you know, levels here. What's up, Rushi? Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, we'll look at Mara for sure. Okay.
Bro,
G-Dog,
all the receipts are online for $Jesus Coin. Research and you will be proud of the $Jesus Coin community. We are spreading the word, praying gesture, heart, sparkles.
Well, you know, I mean, like, I'm not going to be proud of any crypto ever. It's not what we do. There is no emotional attachment to any coin, especially one that rides on the coattails of many of our deity. Just not going to do it. So, because, I mean, I'm just saying, it would be an anomaly.
Thanks
if what
always
you're
for
talking about
all
is
the
not a scam.
education.
Just saying.
Can you please check out Mara on higher time scales and suggest longer term targets?
Rushi, thank you, man. First super chat ever. Much love. I thought you'd tip before. Maybe you tipped another way, but I know your name, man. Thank you for that. Look at Mara. Okay, no help. Anyone? I don't think anyone. Are y'all even listening to me when I say, hey, man, could y'all help me maybe with the whole who tipped, like G-Dog tipped. And I know he said IAJ, but I didn't see the other one. There he is, IAJ, and then TPK. Well, let's just go to TPK right now. Travis Perkins. What? Mate, remember that time we was already here? You know, you could look at it like it could be anchored this way, or it could be, you know, you could also be like it's a bat too. Maybe already tried that and it was too shallow, but either way, yeah, a little shallow. That's one with the shark, but it doesn't matter. It's the M shape completed the type 2 return, maybe. And dude, you know what's so special about this? the specimen RSI divergence behavior, and I just started on the 3-day because I was here. Look at the 3-day bullish divergence. G-Dog, did you even see that? Let's scale it out so you can really see how insane it is. This is by the book, man. This is like legit legendary divergence. The most specimen type of bullish divergence on the RSI ever, where you get oversold once, then oversold the second time, but it's like that. Just barely oversold. So sellers exhausted at a very, very real level here. Yeah, this is definitely one to be paying attention to. Look how real it is, man. Now, it would be cool to see it get back above 803, right? Because it'd be the top of the zone. But yeah, dude, you're seriously working on a major type 2 return on Travis Perkins Connect, whatever. You know, okay. I don't know what it is. Don't really care. But we got that going on. Wait, I've seen this episode before. M-shaped type 2 return completing at very real inflection point from history with seller exhaustion applied on the oscillators on somewhat significant, pretty significant time scale. The 3-day, 3 times more significant than the daily. There it is. So watch list, put it on there. Get above 803. Holy crap. I mean, one could take a shot here. They could start layering in at this point. But this is it, man. That's pretty solid. Dang. Yeah. So we had looked at it. It was all right. It was pretty good. And all this time's gone by. And this is one that G-Dog requested, I think, initially anyway. And now, look how well it's maturing into something possibly amazing. Yeah, I don't know if like Greg actually requested. I mean, like, you know, Coin. I know I looked at it, but we looked at Coin in depth on stream, and we had a very real analysis of it. So highest 3-day. Well, you got another 20 hours, would all stay the same or higher. It'd be the highest 3-day candle close since April of 2022. So like 17 going on 18-month highs. Look at the 3-day 200 moving average. Approaching. All right. Yeah, so just going back for a second, Greg P, like if you want the full in-depth analysis that's better than this one, it was like at the beginning of the stream. I looked at it like after the big 4 cryptos, I think. Joseph, what are you talking about, dude? Okay, so trying to like get back on track here. So we looked at Rose, Familia. Charizard wants engine coin. It's the engine. Not with an E, but with an I. Ridiculous. Yeah, another runaway here. Big runaway. Oh, interesting. My God, dude, this thing's crazy. Yeah, man, like, wow. I mean, INJ, I hadn't touched this chart. It's kind of insane, isn't it? I mean, it's broken, you know, the channel, but it's broken this zone here. Look at these levels from history, 2021. You broke them, you're back testing them. There's so much demand, not enough supply, and they're just defending it, everything. And I don't know how well this is going to play out, if it'll perform, if it's going to take us to the highest highs of the entire rally, but it's kind of hard to argue at this point with the daily hidden divergence, right? I mean, that it's there. I'm not saying I know how well it will perform here, but it's there. So, you know, that what we're identifying, it does imply a continuation upwards. It doesn't mean we're going down. It just implies more upside. So you sitting at like $17 like right now, I mean, that's the candle high close from February 2021. This is a huge level. I mean, breaking this for real, consequence could be 22.26. So that's where you are on INJ, Charizard. But you say descending broadening wedge on the 4 hour. Okay, he says daily too. I'm not really concerned. It's like very real tight bullish consolidation after an impulse. So it's not a bad structure. I mean, flip this chart over. And you can imagine how, I would not feel good at all about this asset if this was the way it was, if it was bearish, and you had broken all supports. And when the selling stopped, a rally occurred, and all that happened was formal bearish back tests of what was once a support has now flipped to resistance. And you have hidden bearish divergence. I mean, I would be so bearish. I would say it seems more probable that downside would be coming than upside. That's what I'm taking from it. I would say that you got like maybe a higher than CoinFlip's chance of upside, slightly. Okay. But yeah, you got to break 17. I don't think you've broken the supply line, right? You're just right at it, Charizard. So I would think a hard target above 17. You got about 30% upside. Hard to believe, I know. Just taking the data as I see it. It's not valued. This is all premium stuff. I mean, this thing is up so much, and dude, you know, it's all year. It's been killing it. But the one thing that's hard that one shouldn't be doing is fighting a trend. You know, you're staring into a bunch of variables that are implying upside next. You don't have to take any action. But the last thing one would be doing is going short. That'd be the dumbest thing one could do. Because you're literally reading data that's telling you things, like multiple things are telling you up next, and you're going to short that? Okay, well, whatever. It's not about this one time. Oh, you might have been right this one time. Do that 100 times. So this is maybe set up for 30% upside. Have your alert set up, you know, if you hear it. INJ. Been consolidating too since the beginning of the month. All right. Mara, that was it. Mara, yeah. I don't know. Maybe they'll stream almost all this figured out by tomorrow. Just this stupid. I'll just get my pen and paper out, right? Marathon was just down 1.1% today, but after hours, it's up 1.5%. So just exactly where it was when it closed on Friday, the half day. Again, on Mara, it's really simple here. If you're above $8.86, massive upside potential. Like, it's just how it is. I mean, minimum 13, 12.95, 15.50, but the hard target, you're looking around 19 bucks. So this is like almost 100% upside here. Okay? That sounds crazy now. Almost 100% upside, 90% upside on Marathon as it stands now. The closer you are to $8.86, the closer you are to a level where you can strategize the lowest risk entry with the tightest stop loss, with the most minimal losses if the trade failed. You're starting to separate away from that. So the further away you get, the harder it is to strategize a good entry and a tight stop that is strategic to a level from history. But we've been here since that. We've been here since the buyers redefended and back tested this level, I know. Someone requested it like last week and a half ago. So you're back above the 200-day moving average. Been a while, right? You hadn't really been above the 200 since September. And again, that level being defended, you got to understand how real it is. Look at the price action when it broke initially in 2017. Up, down. Look it up. Look it down. Up, down, up, down. You have a almost $20 target. I would say like $18.50 to be safe. That's the hard target here on Marathon. All right. That's it. Were there any more Stream Elements tips that I missed? TBK is in the London Stock Exchange, Scar Sizzle, if you didn't know. LSE. You gotta have a British accent, mate. It'd be try than that. Swear down. Innit? Hold on a sec. Let me, I do like that, big one's trying here. I mean, you just don't know. Like, sorry, I'm just doing something real quick. Changing thumbnail. All right, we're good. Okay, so thanks
Check
for
out
the over
Dollar
500
Jesus,
people tuned in.
Mitch. We are hosting
We are
Crypto
just-
Church daily on X. We also support veterans and donated 500K already.
All right, old school. Well, you know, chat. If any Christians out there want to like do some research, then you know, let me know how it goes. You know, we have outside entities promoting a coin using the good name of Jesus. So, if you're out there and you're curious, you know, go investigate. You know, but here, like, I'm not. You know, I appreciate the contributions, always will. But we don't shill anything, even if it has something to do like that. You know, like hey, I'm all for Jesus, but I'm not for Jesus coin. I just, again, like, I'm not going to sell to anything. I won't sell anything, any crypto ever, even if it's that. Sorry. And you can say what you want, but I have principles and I'm not getting caught up in anything like that. So thanks, dude. Still hold my coins from birth, but all right. So incredible on Mara, tons of upside, but you just 886 is that's the close you are to that level, the close you are to the easiest way to manage risk and take on the most minimal losses if the trade failed. That's it. Yeah, they are technically shilling, yeah. It's nothing new. It's not the first and won't be the last. And they just chose to. Yeah, maybe they're trying to do well, but again, I don't know, and I'm not really here. This is not my thing. We don't do that here. There are many different channels that will do that stuff. So, I mean, okay. So, did we have any more? I don't know. I don't think we had any more. Speak now or forever hold your peace. By the way, gotta say this, man. Really appreciate the members that renewed while I was away. Just real quick, let's get some Jesus chimes to Coffee for Crypto. Thank you so much for the 2 months, men. And man, just, you know, all the support over the years. Chris the Piss, thank you so much for the 5 month renewal. G Dog, thank you so much for the 11 months. My God, man, 1 year coming up. Scat, thank you for the 4 months of the 4 month renewal. OORE, Frieza, thank you for the 2 months, the renewal. And Georgetown Felix, thank you for the 4 months of support, man. Really appreciate the ongoing support from y'all. Remember, 100% crowdsourced stream.
Crypto Bravo tip $25. What up, Mitch? Can we take a look at the AXS? Thank you always for this valuable content, my man.
We can look at that. Thank you so much, Crypto Bravo. Yeah. Thank you for being here. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Might as well just go to it now before I forget. Because this thing is just not logging the super chats or really the anything. It's not logging anything today. Sadly. So, geez, man, what's going on? Like, all right, I get you. Here's AXS. Not really that great. I mean, there's no accumulation going on at all. But the reason why our friend here is Crypto Bravo has requested it is because you can see this level from history has been recaptured. And it's almost like, let's just look at, I think more significant timescales give us, you know, maybe a better, it could be like an Adam and Eve double bottom ongoing. So even if you look at the weekly and you plot here, never even saw it. So he's probably just saying, hey man, look, I think I see a potential like major reversal, potential reversal ongoing. It's like, you're not wrong. This very well could turn into something significant. If you're looking at the weekly, the target from here is 929, a test of that weekly candle high close. Not much. I mean, that probably makes the most sense, right? Then above that, okay, 1127. It's a zone. But yeah, he's like, okay, so you got like a 99% or 95% retrace from the all-time lows. You're not off here. Could be like an M shape too, the completed, but it's just not an 886. We saw many of those, and we've seen them play out. I just prefer 886s because that means accumulation on a chart. You can actually, you're witnessing people accumulate. And like where this bottomed out, it was the same price you saw November 2022. That means no one's accumulating.
Forgot ab sehr
Sorry,
0.011111111 ETH.
Entertainment is the very first, most outer, shallowest skin. And
Anonymous, thank you, dude. And really sorry. Like I
the orange.
I am limited when technology loses. It freaks out, man, and just stops working. We will look at ARB and type it too. So weekly could be a potential double bottom. I guess at this point, I mean, the closer you are to 420, the closer you are to the lowest risk, you're at 680. So how do you like the problem with these is like how do you strategize an entry, and how do you strategize a stop loss? Like strategize is like, hey, your stop loss is below an inflection point from history, because the whole point is like the buyers will defend that level, and if they defend it, or if it failed, you just minimal losses, right? Instead of just randomly longing and having a random stop loss set up. And no rhyme or reason to it. Monthly, I'll be pretty good. It's okay. I just, I think you only have a finite amount of money. And I think we found some good ones that like, this is probably okay. I mean, above, maybe you strategize that way. You say, you know what, maybe stop loss below 625 if you really wanted to give it a shot, maybe even this low here. Geez, there's a lot of like swing lows below $6 even, maybe, like it's above that level holding, but it's just like maybe setting up for bearish divergence. You're coming off of a rally, like I'm talking about all these other ones that you appreciated in value, 80% in 40 days. That's crazy, man. It's just tough. Like, okay, let's just go long, dude. It's up 80%. 6 weeks. Let's go. So I can just show you the levels. You can try to strategize. But yeah, weekly, probably setting up for higher prices eventually. Well, what if it goes down 50%? Nothing. It wouldn't be a big deal. It'd still make a higher low than the previous low. Remember, it just made its lowest low of the entire downtrend. Its lowest low since July 2021. And there's no accumulation. There's no composite operator really campaigning here. I'm looking for composite operators campaigning. Again, that's why Coinbase was such a no-brainer. It was so not just
Mitch,
Wyckoffian.
welcome back. Thoughts on COV, ASX, weekly chart. Got a bad 886 from June, maybe a retest for a better entry. Cheers. 0.0005317 BTC.
Oh, thank you, dude. UTXO, thank you so much, man, for the pretty much $20 contribution. We will look at that, okay? Like, there was no argument here. It was, okay, we know the composite. We're watching him. We're watching them. Don't misgender the composite operator. Hold on a sec. We'll let that play, and then we'll... So, yeah, just, again, for me, I like accumulation. I like undeniable... I like spring back tests. I like hidden bullish divergence on third valleys. I like more than before. And then like you go to AXS and in many, many other altcoins, and maybe they do go up 100% in 6 weeks. They're showing their lowest levels in... How is the stream dead? I'm not flatlined over here. What are y'all talking about? Refresh the stream. Really? I have internet, dude. I have internet. There was nothing. It stream's back, man. We're back, dude. It's so over. We're back. Okay, so do you get it? Like, any given time, any given day, any given chart, an asset can rally 100 to 200% in 6 weeks. I would just prefer to find the assets that are presenting the discernible, recognizable, studied, and researched patterns and go long on those, because I feel like I have a higher probability outcome longing those, and I can strategically enter and strategically set up stop losses, and versus something that's just, oh well, we're just sitting and broken down below support and the lowest low. It's just like, whatever, man. Congrats. All right, let's move on. What was the one? What did I say? CUV. Wasn't there another one before CUV? Bro, there was another one, right? We've already looked at gold. Please rewind the stream. Oh, ARB. That's right, Scuba. My God, man. I think all the stuff happened where the internet thing. Oh my God. All right, here's ARB. I mean, I just don't know. It's been correcting. It's been in a correction. Buying climax, love top to a degree. April 20th.
Is that a joint?
People got high on ARB that day, but never again. Only lower highs. The lowest high of the entire correction happened mid-November. Not really a characteristic of the rest of the market, huh? Now you've fallen back below the 200-day moving average. Before the lowest high was the lowest lows of the correction. So you're downtrending. Okay, there's no doubt about it. You are in a downtrend. You are in a correction. I don't know how long the correction will last. I'm looking for kind of the opposite. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, dang, man, look at that. That was like an M shape. Didn't quite get to the 886 there. Figured it probably would. Just too much demand. Inverse. Too much supply to go test this level here. Dang, man, let's go. Leroy Jenkins. Just Jesus Chums. Thank you so much, CBT. Holy crap. Can we get some hype in the chat? Hype in the friggin' chat for the 50 right there. My God. Much love. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving, holidays, turkey time, pumpkin pie, all that. Thank you, man. Holy crap. There's some hype.
Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Can you look at Oxy? Reload with a tight stop loss?
Yeah. We can take gander. The mean. We look at Occidental Petroleum that we thought was maybe, hey, dude, we might have ourselves. We just might have some reaccumulation, but then the XLE looks bad. I'm saying, man, just so many just contradicting things. The short squeeze on the index funds. I had just been the least interested in the equities market I have been all year. But thankfully, there's a reason, because of that 3 rising valleys on Bitcoin, the type 2 returns on the M shapes, the 500-day patterns completing, 886s on the handful of them. Yeah, there was really good and nice opportunity that was presenting itself in crypto in mid-October. It became that way. And equities just short squeezing fine. There wasn't really, there was daily bullish divergence, sure, but just the short squeeze. Anyway, this is just not like ARB. I mean, it's in a correction. It's in a downtrend. It may pump. Once it breaks 132, I think the trend's starting to reverse, but because, that's how it works. You got to make higher lows than higher highs consecutively. If a sell-off happens and we end up making higher lows than this lows, that'll be the first key to what we need for a trend reversal. But that's still not good enough, right? Even if it does something like this, that's amazing. Oh my God, more than before for the first real time. Then all of a sudden, higher high. We're reversing the trend. Now we're starting. This is when we'd be looking for long opportunities. When higher lows come in, accumulation is presenting itself. It's all about composite, man. There's a composite operator for these charts, and when there's more than before, we can witness what he's trying to do. He might be accumulating, and you don't have any accumulation really right now. You, in fact, actually have some evidence of redistribution. Lower highs, less than before. Maybe hidden divergence. I don't know, man. I'd be looking for higher highs, higher lows. There's so many charts out there that we could find them. What's the point of settling for this? We wouldn't. But I really appreciate the contribution, though, man. And doesn't mean it can't go up. Just saying. There are environments. There are way charts. When a chart looks a certain way, it represents things, and this is not representing what we're looking for longs, really. All right, was it CUV, Australian Stock Exchange? There it is. Yeah. Pharmaceuticals. Okay, let's see here. Well, certainly a level. I mean, right? I mean, buyers defended this level. Dang, man. It's kind of like a little zone here, isn't it? Like this swing low, and it's like a spring back test. It's not about the closer you are to 1364, 1429, the closer you are to a level that can be strategized. Okay. That's all I can give you. Like, there is no fortune telling here. There's no price predictions. It's just all about, you want to long at areas where, based on history, the price has performed very well and pivoted there before. Pivoted and then run. And this is certainly a level. And that's why you've requested it, because you invested in yourself enough to at least know that. So again, you are about 25% off of the level where it is most easy to strategize tight stop losses and good entries and equitable take profits. So it's very well off. I mean, like, the request would have been better the closer we are to mid-October, early October. But if you were going to ask for targets above, this is my first time here. I've never seen this chart. I think it would not be unreasonable to think that a level could be 24.21. Say swing high from 2018, swing low from 2019. Look, swing high 2020. Yeah, you go to like the weekly. Dang, man, it's starting to look kind of crazy, right? Double bottom, possibly. I mean, yeah. Wow, look at that. I didn't even notice that. See, that's why it's important to go to significant time. Look at the weekly. 2007, it was an all-time high. Look at it. Look, it's like a perfect back test. They defended it, then they confirmed it with that higher low there, that 886, which I don't know if we could get it a formal M shape. It's so whacked out. I don't think there is a way to make it a formal M shape, but it's still incredible. Informal M shape. 886 spring back test from that 2007 high. It's pretty brilliant, man. Wow. So, and the target's still like $24, and then above that, 28. 28 could be like maybe another really hard target, you know. And that's where the double bottom, like, it is a potential double bottom until this neckline is broken from January of this year. You break that, double bottom's confirmed, and probably an easy run to $40. So look, straight up and down, up and down, up and down, right? So yeah, if you're looking, you could be position trading this. Wow, if that wasn't some nice bullish divergence down there. I mean, one could try to long it now if you want to. I mean, you're close. I mean, how much upside, you know, before, if you saw 36, 35% upside to see $24, and to see the top, the neckline, you got a 56% upside. So This is a very interesting spot here for CUV. So really, really good request. And these are things to think about, right? The closer you are to this gray zone here, the closer you are to the easiest level to manage your risk. Okay, the further you get away, the harder it's going to be. The more you have to think, like, how much am I willing to risk? You know, because you're risking like 17% off these lows at this point. But still, there's tremendous upside. If this is once and then the second low, it's like a double bottom at the most key inflection point ever on this chart. Okay? It's Australians, mate. Yeah, mate. I'm Australian. I got my hat on and I'm getting attacked by all kinds of things trying to kill me. I'm Australian, mate. Here it is. Okay. Very interesting. Good chart, man. Hope it holds. Because, again, like 60% upside. 57%, whatever. Oh, post signs. Where the little post there? Okay. No, I didn't even where the ping, but still worth. Okay. Okay, and then Acro, was it Acropolis? You said Acropolis is yeah, Apocalypse. All right, let's go to it. Acro, dude. Okay. We good, man? We okay? Everyone got their drinks? Everyone's okay, right? Stream's still kind of on, maybe. Whew. Well, I've been here. And when I was here, I wasn't too pleased. All I did was plot one level. Seems like a pump and dump happened. We got a new level. Well, you're below the key level, right? I mean, like, you know, it's had a massive drawdown. It's near from this low to high, near an 886, if not at one. I don't really see anything. How am I strategizing an entry here? It's tough, man. Like, where's the inflection point? Like, what is it? Well, you know? Well, you're below this high and all these highs, and you're below, I mean, there's a candle close here, but anything on the daily? I don't know if I really see anything that sticks out. Like, okay, it could pump. It very well could. But if I'm saying it's a coin flip, like there's nothing that's, is there really, you could try to say there's divergence or something. Yeah, I mean, insane bullish divergence, bro. But look at it, you're below the 200-day moving average again. Yeah, man, I think it's cool. This could be the backup, Wyckoff accumulation or something, you know, maybe. But it's really tough to set up a stop loss. Like, I just don't, like, where am I going to put a reasonable stop, you know, at this point? It does look like something's changed, right? The higher low than the previous low. The higher high in the previous highs. The higher low maybe in the previous lows. I mean, someone looks like they might be accumulating the asset. Just hard to strategize. Look, there's like maybe a demand line here. Maybe that could be a level. You got to go lower, though. Certainly no. 800 though is the big one. That's like 0.8 of 1 cent. You see, that's the zone, the big breakout zone. Look what price action you get above that. But you're not above that, so just over the higher low. Better than others, right? Like there's so many that we looked at today that are like it's the lowest lows of the entire downtrend. All right, Occidental. Yeah, man. Really having trouble here. We had jumped across the creek. And it just didn't matter. Yeah. One low or one high, second high, a third high here. It's just getting pretty, like you're now back below the 200-day moving average. You've just put in another formal, discernible lower high than these highs. Stalling out. Steam. Where's the steam? Where are the buyers? The bids? They're not coming in. Less than before. You can't break that level. I loved it when it was breaking that supply line. But at this time, it's this that's concerning to me. And maybe I'm crazy here. Maybe it's just who cares? Who cares about an M shape with like a type 2 return, but like you can tell distribution with the price action, these two highs are lower than this high initially. So you're below the 200-day moving average on the XLE as well. Like a huge rising wedge pattern. And this $91 to $93 level is the level of all levels. The 2008 reversal. You see, like that's what's so concerning to me. And you've technically broken, I guess, the wedge, and you're back testing the wedge as resistance now. The initial one, I didn't adjust, just left it alone. You're back below it. And it's not just you're back testing that demand line as supply line, it's also the 200. That's what's concerning to me about any energy stock, any oil stock. I mean, I have concerns. There's no value. Remember that time? Oh, wow, look at M shape. How appropriate would it be if an M shape ended the M shape that started it? Wow. Excuse me. Wow, another set ended. We've been going, dude. We've been going. All right. Yeah, Oxy just that new data is another formal lower high and back below the 200, and the macro, the XLE, doesn't really look that healthy. Looks kind of like you are this 18-month consolidation structure. There's no value. It's all premium if you're taking shots. Everything on oil, energy stocks, all premium, not value. Yeah, it just never got going. Yeah, you're right. Just tough, man. IAG. All right. We did look at Acropolis. Now Keith. Sounds like Mike Tyson coin. Thank you. All right. IAG. Go ahead and Keith. I am gold Corporation. Wow, dude, unfreaking real. Oh my god. No, yeah, of course y'all would request this because it's ridiculous. It is. I mean, looks can be deceiving, Larry. I understand. Well, here's the thing. Let's just start it, scale it out so you can see M shape, major type 2 over the course of 8 years. It's beyond ridiculous. It's stupid. But look what's happening like here. I mean, that is such a textbook development. And it's at a level where someone could take a chance if they wanted. If you wanted to say, all right, we have all now, you all see it, everyone in here. We've identified the momentum shifting structure. Okay, pattern. We have identified the hidden bullish divergence on the right shoulder, the high or low, more than before, but also implied continuation up. Dang, it's a variable. That right shoulder happens to be confluent with a major inflection point from history where if buyers were able to defend that level, a major markup in price has occurred historically. So like, and gold has spot price gold, which would, you think this would be directly correlated, has broken its last level until the next resistance, which is 2075 all-time highs. And so there's upside there. So it's like they're pretty good variables for someone to take a low-risk trade, to take a low-risk long. Because wouldn't one strategize? There it is. So 222 would be the cutoff. I don't think you would want to own IAG below 222. It doesn't make sense. The whole argument that I just constructed out of thin air with this data, it would really be all invalid. But if the buyers are able to keep the price above that level long enough, I think you could target for 316. 100% measure move, probably TA Tetris, right? The Legos, TA Legos. Look, man, it's the Tetris. You see the measurement from the lowest point to the highest point of the structure from the breakout. Measuring it like that, oh my God, dude, pretty much. So it's a bread and butter trade setup on a gold derivative of sorts. It's got over 1 million, about 7 million volume. He's at a level where someone could set up a stop to protect themselves if it failed. If it falls below 222, you now have a valid argument to not own the asset. At this current time, you have a valid argument to own it because of everything I just talked about. So incredible, potentially. Very good. Very, very good request. Too perfect. Suspiciously perfect, right? Yeah, always those, man. That's what I've seen the most incredible looking setups that fail miserably. And over the years. But then I've seen the most beautiful setups to play out. That is why your psychology has to be there, man. You have to put your ego and pride at the door and understand you don't know where this asset's going next. Even if we have all these variables that increases our probability outcome, there's still a probability of sorts that would imply this fails. I mean, right? Because if you have I have a 65% chance of this playing out the way all the data is implying it to go, there's still 35% chance of failure, right? 7% chance, still 30% chance of failure, right? That's a pretty big amount. So that is why it is always important to have proper position sizing. Good stuff, man. 2008 low. Dang, I didn't even go that far back. Oh my God, chat, it is. It's even more insane than we thought. Look, that's what they've just defended. The momentum shifting structure has developed at this level. The right shoulder, the buyers defended the 2008 valley. Look at the price when that level was hit that time when buyers defended it. Yeah, it's actionable for a trade setup. Despite anything you believe, even if it fails, it's still reasonable. Bueller, anyone got anything to say? I don't know, the stream's dead now. Well, I guess we're good. I've been live for about 2 hours, and I think we covered some ground today. I think that was the last request, unless I'm like crazy. Well, no, I think that was it. Very nice, man. I really appreciate all the support and love today. It's good to see y'all. It's been a minute. I've been spending time with family in my hometown, and I'm back now. Back in Miami, South Florida. And yeah, wow, what a great way, what a great asset to look at. H-bar is fantastic. 3-day plus. It just might pull back first. You got to understand that. These assets have gone berserk. And this is about the time the normie starts catching wind about these S coins. They're like, oh my God, time to just buy it out. But sir, they're up 100% in 6 weeks or less. I don't care. I'm longing now. Well, unfortunately, that's the liquidity a lot of traders needed to exit their positions, or at least take profit on their longs. And they're still in it. They've layered out to 1 degree of the 3, right? Pullback here would be, dude, a violent sell-off to 33, 32K could happen, and it does nothing to the chart, to the trend. There is no technical damage done on this chart until prices fall below 26.8 or 25K. Like, that's just real life. because the most recent discernible swing lows between September 11th and October. You just made your highest high of the year, highest high in 18 months, and a pullback, anything, and you go to 31K. It's the highest low of the entire uptrend. And everyone would be destroyed and in shambles and in depression and crying, and it wouldn't be over for Bitcoin. It'd be fine. It's all relative to, you deserve Bitcoin at the price you get it at. And you have to understand, I'm telling you what these assets have done in this period of time. People have made their year. They have made over their year in the last 6 weeks. They have. People realizing themselves making their own year would be like, oh, there's supply, right? There would be new supply because they're offloading their position when they bought at lower risk areas because they had identified structured developments that had developed and matured over 300 to 500 days. All right. Good times. Thank y'all for coming out. Had a good first day back here, and we're gonna keep that momentum going. Just understand, you can't be surprised if a pullback happens. All right. Well, thanks for likes, love, support, contributions, and everything between. Let's please get a big shout out to Mama Ivy for the $690 contribution before the stream even started, before I even unmuted my mic, with the Super Saiyan Bitcoin Jesus ball in the jar. You can see it over there. And all the other contributions. Y'all are amazing. We filled it up. We even got maybe a 113% fib extension on that jar right there, on that Litecoin emoji. That's right, Mama Ivy is the... Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, I don't know what that even said. Thank you so much for the ows. I think it said ow. Yeah, the moon's insane. The beaver moon. Check my Instagram. I had binoculars and took a picture of it. The beaver moon. Full moon tonight. So emotionalism would be at its highest point. Just kidding. But yeah. All right. I'll be back. Till next time. Respect the T.A.